Hello everyone, welcome to DeployGuard, an AI-powered deployment risk system built on AWS. It analyzes every pull request, searches your entire incident history using vector similarity search, computes a risk score, and automatically selects the safest deployment strategy before a single line hits production. Every past failure becomes a guardrail for future deployment. Now, coming on to the DeployGuard dashboard, the sidebar gives you four different views: dashboard for a real-time overview of deployment activity and risk distribution, analytics tab for the trends and risk scores over time, then the incident tab for institutional memory of every historical failure, and finally the simulate tab, which is the heart of the product and where I'll spend most of our time. On the simulate page, you paste the GitHub PR URL and click Analyze PR. If you prefer, you can also fill in the PR title, repository description, and raw diff manually. I have also preloaded example scenarios like database migration, auth change, and API breaking change so that you can jump straight into the realistic analysis. So I'll just paste the PR and click Analyze here. The system immediately fires parallel calls to GitHub fetching the PR metadata, full diff, changed files, commit history, and review status. Once the inputs are ready, clicking the Run simulation sends everything into the step function pipeline. The AWS simulation started here. Now, the pipeline runs a live progress card, walks you through each stage. First, the PR parser Lambda extracts and classifies every changed file. Then, the Bedrock Analyzer Lambda sends the diff to the Amazon Bedrock Nova for semantic code analysis, Titan for generating a 1536-dimensional embedding. Next, the OpenSearch Query Lambda runs a hybrid search, 70% vector similarity and 30% keyword matching against every historical incident wherever indexed. Then, the Risk Scorer Lambda computes the final score 0 to 100, and finally the deployment strategy is automatically selected. The front end polls every 3 seconds and you can watch each step light in real time. Now when the simulation finishes, the first thing you see is the verdict tab. Here, the risk gauge shows the risk, color-coded red for critical, orange for high, yellow for medium, and green for low. Right beside it, a risk level badge and a strategy badge tells you exactly what the system decided and why. Below that, we have the confidence matrices, show how certain the AI is, whether historical incidents were matched and or not, and then we have the assessment confidence breakdown as well. Then moving on to the AI analysis tab, it shows you exactly what Bedrock returned. You get a plain English semantic summary of what this change actually does. The change categorized, it detected things like database schema or API contract breaking and a specific risk indicators here. You can see the detected and the action required for different categories like database, auth, API, infrastructure dependency, and configuration. Then you have a step-by-step response plan for a rolling deployment failure. Follow phases in order. It shows different phases. Then we have a decision tree that what path to take for deploying the, and then AI generated recommendation and the anti patterns that it gives us strategies which we do not have to follow. And then further moving on to the merge path. Here it turns the tab analysis into a concrete checklist. Every step has a status, passed, required, or pending, so that engineer knows exactly what needs to happen before this goes live. For a high-risk database migration, you'll see things like run migration in staging first, verify rollback works, marked as required. Then moving on to different strategy and monitoring. So this tab basically gives you full deployment configuration for canary deployment. That means traffic progression. Then the monitoring tab shows you the post deployment monitoring plan, the automatic rollback conditions, and the detailed CloudWatch alarm configuration, then the notification channels. 7 Lambda functions, 16 step states, 0 manual deployment reviews, because the best deployment strategy is one knows your history. So deploy with confidence. Thank you.